Just by reading the title, I'm sure a lot of you may be asking, how would Kakashi adopting Naruto change anything? He would still end up on Team 7, and the only thing that changes would be the titles, right? Well, actually, this isn't as easy as that. There are a good number of reasons why this would change everything, and it all starts with a little order given to Kakashi by his mentor and fourth Hokage, Minato Namikazi. Welcome to the Amagi. Before we begin, we publish a new video basically every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all of our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm sure we've all known it about our favorite copy ninja. Kakashi's life has been sucky. While he's obtained a lot of success over his career as a shinobi, his more personal life has been plagued with failures and sorrows. At a very young age, his father committed suicide after taking the blame for a failed mission that cost lives and left a young Kakashi all alone. It was this loss that forced Kakashi to develop the concept that those who break the rules were trash. It didn't take long for him to get assigned to a shinobi team, and due to his prodigious nature, he was named a jonin at a very young age. During one particular mission during the Third Shinobi World War, Kakashi, along with his squad mates, Rin Nohara and Obito Uchiha, were tasked to destroy Kanabi Bridge to cut off a crucial supply line to the ninja of the village hidden in the stone. It was an unfortunate mission as Kakashi lost one of his dearest friends, Uchiha, to a falling boulder, which was assumed to have killed him. It didn't, but that's not the point. It was Uchiha's words and beliefs that caused Kakashi to edit his own beliefs on what a shinobi should be by telling him, "Those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum." It was this that truly caused the spirit of friendship and teamwork to bud with Kakashi, but it didn't take the sting away from Uchiha's death. After this, Rin was also killed in a later mission. Having been kidnapped by Kirigakure, she had been made the unwilling Jinchuriki of the Three Tails in hopes that when she inevitably lost control of the beast, she would do so right in the heart of enemy territory, the Hidden Leaf Village. To stop this from happening, she jumped in front of one of Kakashi's lightning blades and went to the grave, dragging Three Tails with her for the time being. Kakashi entered a new level of depression, which lasted quite a while. Being the last member of Team Minato took a toll on him. Hoping to help his student cope, Minato asked a very special request of Kakashi: guard his pregnant wife and unborn baby. This was designed to give Kakashi a greater sense of the joy and preciousness of life. But alas, as the mission neared success, both Lord Fourth and his wife perished to seal the Ninetales into their son. This is where the what if comes in. What would have happened if Kakashi had taken this mission more to heart? Surely he couldn't have stopped the Ninetales. Well, I mean, with proper training and study he might have been able to, but as it stood, there was nothing he could have done. But even if his master died, does this mean the mission is over? What if Kakashi decided to continue to protect the child even after their parents' death? What if Kakashi adopted Naruto? If Kakashi had adopted Naruto, he would have been a father at a very young age, much like everything else he's done. He would have been 14, more the age of an uncle rather than a dad, and considering that Kakashi doesn't seem like the kind to be called dad if he chose any title at all, it likely would have been uncle or big brother. He would have been able to work with Naruto for all of his life as opposed to only when he joins Team Kakashi. That means that everything Minato ever was, Kakashi would be trying to push on Naruto. Naruto's dream of being Hokage would have been different. Depending on if Kakashi tells Naruto who his true father was, Naruto might not even want to be Hokage at all, because he would have no real reason to prove himself. He would have been loved by his friends and family. The village may still hate him, but so long as he has Kakashi-sensei, he's okay. Naruto would grow in strength quickly and would likely graduate from the academy at a young age. Naruto has incredible chakra reserves, so it only seems right that Kakashi would train him more on control. In doing this, Naruto would grow more capable and likely graduate before reaching age 12. Kakashi's guidance and shaping would form Naruto into a well-sharpened weapon, and by age 11, due to special circumstances, due to being a Jinchuriki, Naruto would be accepted into the Anbu. He would be in possession of great skills inherited by Kakashi, and with Kurama within him, a trait that he would come to learn of quite quickly, his power would come to be revered. Naruto would come to understand the battlefield and pain quite quickly, and this would just as quickly change his belief systems. Kakashi would teach him his own way about always keeping with orders, but also to always value teammates. He likely would be introduced to Root very early on due to his position as a Jinchuriki. Naruto would likely be one of those looking for Orochimaru during the start of the series, and likely also would have been there during the Konoha Crush arc. When it was revealed that something went wrong during the Chunin exams, he along with others would have been sent in to investigate the situation. He would have been a part of the assassination team sent to kill Orochimaru once it was confirmed that he was there. As Konoha Crush began, Naruto would fight alongside the other Anbu, and Root would likely group up to bring Orochimaru down only to realize how outnumbered the third Hokage was. Root would choose to not aid in battle as it was necessary for Hiruzen to die. While unfortunate, he needed to die for the betterment of the village, and so, in the end, Orochimaru would have killed Hiruzen and escaped. Jiraiya would be sent to recruit Tsunade for the job of Hokage, but she would be disinterested in the promotion and instead seek to kill Orochimaru, who has come to her in search of help. In the end, with Kabuto's help, Tsunade would perish. And this isn't a bad thing in Naruto's eyes. After all, now that Tsunade's out of the way, Danzo would be placed in command, and this is far better as he's the commander of Root. At around this time, Sasuke leaves the village in hopes of becoming strong enough under Orochimaru to kill his brother Itachi. He's immediately put on the Anbu's bingo book next to Itachi, both of the last surviving members of the Uchiha clan and both traitors to the village. Naruto would be sent specifically on a mission to kill Sasuke along with his new partner, Sai. Despite many trying to pull Sasuke back to the village, he still manages to escape using his second stage cursed seal. For the next few years, Naruto would search for Sasuke and take time to train and check off other marks on the bingo book. That is, until the Kazekage rescue arc. When Gaara is kidnapped, Naruto and Sai are sent to investigate and find that it was an Akatsuki operation. Naruto would likely know who they are, as the Akatsuki have been targets for a long time. In the end, Gaara is killed and it becomes obvious what the Akatsuki were after. Naruto reports back to Danzo and it's known that the Akatsuki have become a legitimate threat, as they now possess a tailed beast, which puts them on the same level of strength as many other ninja villages. Their ranks are full of S-rank shinobi and they now possess Shukaku. Beyond that, they hear that the Akatsuki are meeting with Orochimaru, and Danzo sees this as a way of taking out two birds with one stone, so he sends Root to the Tenichi Bridge. There, they find Kabuto, who they allow to flee in order to follow him back. Much like before, Sai would offer himself up to join Orochimaru. Naruto would follow Sai along with various other Root members until they reach the compound. It's here that Naruto and the Anbu would manage to kill Orochimaru and take Sasuke down. It wouldn't be easy, but Naruto is their secret weapon, and due to the various forms of physical and emotional training he's gone through, Naruto manages to overcome them by unlocking his version 2 Jinchuriki form. His speed, power, and sharpness allows him to make full use of his abilities in form, and he manages to check off both Sasuke and Orochimaru from the bingo book. However, there is blowback to this. Itachi is angered by the slaughter of his brother at Root's hands. He would begin to set about revealing Konoha's secrets to the other villages, which would make Itachi #1 on the hit list now. They would hunt Itachi down, and his power is beyond what they had expected. Naruto finds that he's having a much harder time with Itachi than he did with Sasuke or Orochimaru. What was to be expected though? Itachi was a former Anbu member himself. They seem to push Itachi to his limits, but he holds. Itachi even begins to push back with the aid of his Susanoo. However, his sickness catches up with him, and the strain of the Mangekyo Sharingan and the battle as a whole takes its toll on his body, and he dies before anyone can deal any final blow. Approaching cautiously, they would check to ensure he was dead, and upon confirmation, Naruto would set about his next objectives given from Danzo himself: removal of Itachi's eyes. Once they were removed, they set about destroying Itachi's body to leave no trace of him behind. Despite everything, and the fact that he had become an adversary, Naruto hoped to honor Itachi for all of his self-sacrifice in service to Konoha, and gives him a true Anbu burial. Complete destruction of the body, leaving behind nothing but ashes. Naruto would report back to Danzo and deliver the Sharingan. These would eventually be added to Danzo's arm, and Danzo would gain access to the Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu abilities, which would make him far more powerful than before. Naruto continues training and manages to learn how to achieve his Kurama Chakra mode. It's at this time that Pain assaults the village searching for the Nine Tails. However, Naruto with his chakra mode manages to hold the six paths off, and Danzo, now able to use both Susanoo and Amaterasu, quickly makes short work of those that Naruto fails to defeat. Naruto and a squad of Anbu would eventually hunt down Nagato himself. When they find him, they defeat Konan very quickly and then take down Nagato himself. And as per orders, Naruto takes the Rinnegan as well from Nagato and brings them to Danzo. Danzo is hailed as one of the best Hokage in history due to his protection of the village. To further capitalize on this, Danzo seeks to form a summit with the other 5 Kage situated in the Land of Iron. The 5 Kage summit would basically go the same, except that the current Kaze Kage is Kankuro and Tamarius' advisor. Kotoama Tsukami on everyone at the summit, but Ao, with his Byakugan, manages to detect the Genjutsu and calls Danzo out on it. Due to this, Danzo loses his chance at leading the 5 ninja villages. Having been severely ratioed by Ao, he commands Naruto to take his Byakugan from him. However, this fails, and Danzo loses even more trust due to his underhanded techniques and greed. Naruto keeps his opinions to himself, but no lie, even Naruto thinks Danzo's getting obsessed with eyeballs. It's here that Obito appears and sets off to begin the 4th Shinobi World War. For this, however, he needs only 2 more things to finish his plan, a Rinnegan and the Nine Tails. Now, Danzo has a Rinnegan implanted in his arm, but he has a second hidden somewhere in Konoha, and while Danzo is away, Obito has Zetsu steal it. They mobilize for the 4th World War, and most goes the same until the final battle. In the final battle, Naruto ends up having his tailed beast stripped from him, and he's unable to be saved. The 10 Tails is revived. Now, this seems like the end of Naruto's story. However, let's not forget an important thing. Danzo has the Rinnegan. Danzo isn't going to let Naruto go. After all, he's an Uzumaki, and if there's anything the Uzumaki are good at, it would be sealing jutsu. It's why they were trusted with the Nine Tails for so long, so he revives Naruto as one of the 6 paths of Danzo. Together with the power of the Rinnegan, Danzo and his 6 paths are protected from the infinite Tsukuyomi, and they begin to fight back. Obito attempts to kill Danzo on multiple occasions. After all, how can one old man fight back against someone of similar strength as the Sage of 6 Paths? However, he's surprised to find that Danzo has been using Izanagi and manages to bait Obito, allowing Naruto to use the Reaper Death Seal to seal away both Obito and the 10 Tails. Obito is defeated and the threat appears to be over, but Madara still exists and remains a threat. However, with the 10 Tails currently inside of Naruto, Danzo uses that power to overwhelm Madara, who simply can't fight back against this. Madara is beat down for a while until Danzo uses the King of Hell technique to return him back to the afterlife. With the end of the war, the Hidden Leaf Village comes out of the war as a world superpower, possessing the 10 Tails. Danzo sits at the head of the village and the world itself, possessing ultimate power, and upon his death at old age, the next Hokage is chosen, and the Rinnegan and use of the Hashirama Senju cells is passed to them to keep Naruto under control. A sort of sad ending, isn't it? Good for Konoha, but, you know, bad for Naruto fans. And that's the end of this What If. It's honestly a good thing Naruto's story is what it was. If he had been adopted by Kakashi, there's a chance that Naruto would have ended up in the Anbu and later route where he would have been used as a weapon until his death, and then continued to be used as a weapon beyond his death. Of course, there's a chance that Kakashi wouldn't have let Naruto go down this path, but if he doesn't, then the story isn't really any different from what we've already seen, except Kakashi-sensei would be called Uncle Kashi. But what do you think? What do you believe would have happened? We would be interested to hear your opinions. Leave a like and a comment down below to tell us your thoughts, and then click the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell if you want to be notified about more content as it drops. Peace out.